Karen sisters stole my jet ski for a quick ride. Coast Guard cuffed them and hit with $500,000 fine. Have you ever looked out onto your lake and spotted your jet ski speeding away with two people you've never invited on it, wearing sun hats and smug grins like they own the whole damn shoreline? Because I have. And what came next was the kind of instant karma that makes people believe in justice again. Let me back up. I live by Gold Hollow Lake, a quiet, sparkling patch of blue tucked between pine ridges and weekend cabins. After serving 18 years in the Navy, this place was my dream come true. Peace, water, freedom. I bought a house, built a dock, and finally finaliterated myself to a brand new Sea-Doo GTX Limited. She was gorgeous. Deep black, gold trim, handled like butter. I babied that thing. Named her Nora after my grandmother. Full GPS, dual security key, fully registered with Lake Patrol and YesTract. Then came the Karens. They weren't actually named Karen, but believe me, they earned the title. Denise and Carla Sanders. Sisters. Mid-50s. Overweight, perpetually sour expressions like they'd bitten into a lemon and never recovered. They moved into the short-term rental 2 cabins over. Word was they were getting away from city stress, but based on how loudly they yelled at birds and kids on paddleboards, they brought all the stress with them. The moment they arrived, they started issuing orders like they owned the place, telling teens to turn down music, lecturing joggers, reporting fishing violations that didn't exist. Me? I smiled, kept to myself. But that didn't stop Denise from shouting across the fence one morning, "Your jet ski's kind of flashy for a retired guy, don't you think?" I didn't answer. I just put on my life vest and launched Nora into the water with a smooth purr. Apparently, that was all it took to make me enemy number 1. I started noticing them watching me. Every time I returned to the dock, there they were sitting on cheap lawn chairs with iced coffee, squinting like they were scanning for a crime. But I never gave them the satisfaction. Until the day I did. It was a Saturday. Warm, breezy, no clouds. I just gotten back from town with groceries when I heard the unmistakable roar of an engine on the lake. I dropped my bag of apples and ran to the dock. Nora was gone. I scanned the horizon, and there was my Sea-Doo, zipping across the lake like a toy in a bathtub. And riding it? Denise and Carla, squeezed together on the seat. No vests, no gear, no permission. Carla was whooping like she was in a parade. Denise was steering like she was in a video game. I nearly passed out. They'd broken into my dock box, taken the emergency key which I'd stupidly left clipped to a lanyard inside and launched Nora without even checking fuel or weather. I grabbed my backup tracker and phone. The GPS ping was live, showing their exact speed and location. Then I did what I had to do, call the Coast Guard. Gold Hollow may be a lake, but it's federally monitored due to the hydro dam and proximity to protected wildlife waters, which means federal jurisdiction. And that's when everything started rolling fast. The Coast Guard didn't mess around. 15 minutes after my call, I heard the low hum of twin outboards slicing across the lake. A 28-foot patrol boat came into view, cutting through the waves like a knife. They were faster than my jet ski, and they had authority painted all over them. Blue lights flashing, orange vests, no smiles. Meanwhile, the Karen sisters were still zipping around like they were at Disney World. Carla had both arms in the air, waving at passing paddleboarders. Denise had the throttle wide open, nearly tipping the craft with every sharp turn. They had no idea what was coming. I watched from the dock, heart pounding but not with fear. With satisfaction, the patrol boat pulled up alongside them like a shadow. One officer shouted through a bullhorn, "Cut the engine." Now, Denise, startled, turned her head in that moment of panic, let go of the handlebars. Nora jerked violently to the side. The whole jet ski tipped. Splash. 2 Karens, fully clothed, went flying into the water. They thrashed, screamed. Carla lost her sun hat. Denise tried to climb onto the wrong end of the Sea-Doo, nearly flipping it again. The Coast Guard hauled them out like wet laundry. Once on board, shivering and shocked, they immediately tried to play victim. "This is all a misunderstanding," Carla shrieked. "We thought it was a rental." Denise wailed. That's when the officers held up the GPS tracker I'd shared with them, complete with owner registration, timestamps, and video footage from my dock cam of them breaking into my storage bin. No more talking after that. They were cuffed right there on the deck, still dripping lake water and sunscreen, and taken straight to the marina where federal agents were already waiting. You see, that particular day, the lake was under a temporary no-motor zone due to a bald eagle nesting event near the far shoreline. That meant they didn't just steal my property. They violated a federal wildlife ordinance. Twist 1. The fine for unauthorized operation in a restricted aquatic wildlife zone. $250,000 per person. Twist 2. Carla had posted a boomerang on Instagram mid-ride, tagging Lake Vibes and flexing into peasants. That post, it timestamped them right inside the protected zone. Proof. Posted by themselves. The case was airtight. They were charged with grand theft, violation of federal conservation law, unauthorized watercraft operation, and criminal trespassing. By the end of the week, their faces were on every local news station. Headlines like, "Sisters sink their summer with stolen jet ski stunt. From joy ride to felony tied." Their total fine? $513,000, including damages, federal penalties, and restitution. Their short-term rental contract? Terminated. Their Instagram accounts? Deleted. As for me, I got Nora back, a little bruised but reparable. The Coast Guard even complimented my GPS system and dock camera setup. I added another lock to the dock box, more symbolic than anything now. The neighbors started dropping off snacks. One even brought a pie. And someone added a plaque to my dock fence that read, "This water bites back." I didn't need revenge. I just needed the truth. And the truth did not disappoint. So I'll ask you this. Was I wrong for calling the Coast Guard the moment I saw them take off? Or did they finally learn that stealing someone's peace comes with a tidal wave of consequences? The end.